Hey guys, welcome back and thank you for 100 subscribers and counting. And the best I could come up with to celebrate was a score of Revamp. So yeah, you guys know that I've done this before, but today I'm gonna do it to another level. So yeah man, there's a lot of reviews on this channel and I'm gonna go through them and address the ones that I don't agree with anymore. So grab the tissues, grab the lotion, it's gonna be a long video. So let's take it back, all the way back to the beginning, the Elder Scrolls series review. This is one of the most important videos that I've ever made. It was my second time doing any sort of review, and it was kind of rough. Obviously the quality, but also a lot of the points I made. I didn't really talk about much or explain anything. Also with some generic ass points like the Skyrim section. Now, I already took back what I said about Skyrim, but I still gave it a 7. Now, the thing about this, and really all the games in the series review, is that I made them in a time where I was very early in knowing what reviewing games actually meant. So let's get this straight. My criteria for how I review games isn't some checklist or point system. The scores I give are a measure of how much how much I enjoyed the experience. I'm dead. Reviewing the Halo games taught me a lot because, not trying to start anything, but Halo games really do offer a lot more content than the average game. Compare Halo Infinite to like Doom Eternal. Both games have a campaign and Doom's is much more respected, but Halo has an entire other half. So how do you rate that? Which is the better game? Now, I haven't reviewed Doom and I do have things to say, but let's assume that Doom's campaign is better than Halo's, and Halo's multiplayer is on the level of its own campaign. Obviously, Doom's campaign will have the most impact on me if I like it the most, so I would actually give Doom the higher score in this hypothetical scenario. Games are art forms, and if the experience of playing a game is insane, it will receive a high score. It doesn't matter if it also has a multiplayer mode that sucks ass. So with Halo, it was hard because I think Halo is the only franchise where both the multiplayer and the campaign are expected to be quality. So I had to really talk about both sides, but that's the thing. They are two different experiences, and what I ended up doing in those reviews was just taking an average for the score, which is definitely not what I would do now. So yeah, we'll get to that, but to summarize, I will rate a game purely based on my enjoyment, how much I like the experience that it offers. That's it. So yeah, in the context of the Elder Scrolls, what I just talked about doesn't really matter too much. In reality, the reason these scores are a problem is because thinking about it now, I didn't really know what to think about the games. And the last time I played them was like 2 years ago when I made that video. Even Skyrim, which I did change the score to, but I haven't played it in 2 years. So I'm not going to change the scores, I'm just going to retract them. Do not take those scores as what I actually think about the games. Yes, opinions will always change with time, but it's a situation where I feel like only up to a few months ago, I feel like I really understand what it means to review a game. So yeah, I did actually give Morrowind and Oblivion an 8, which is a really good score, but yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Retracted. Let's move on. So moving on to my first ever 0 out of 10. Wow. Rush. I do not like this game, but I will say that this game is not completely worthless. The original video was more of a joke video, as in giving a game a 0 is funny, but yeah. I also never completed the game, which if I'm truly not enjoying the game at all, I'm not going to play through it. So in a way, it's probably impossible that I will ever give a game a 0. But no guys, I think that I would still review a game not on the requirement of completing it, but experiencing everything it offers. But I still haven't and will not do that with Rush. The game sucks ass, but I will have to retract the score. Now guys, Blas Mess. Cutting straight to the point, I did not experience everything this game had to offer. To me, it just didn't feel like it was worth playing with all the other games out, but maybe one day I'll play it. So yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10, so that's retracted. Also guys, my second channel has been hacked again! The hacker has also messaged me telling me that he will upload yet another Blasphemous review, so make sure to check that out if he does it. Also guys, attention! The only way I get my second channel back is if it gets more subscribers, so subscribe to Jujon7. Moving on. Alright guys, so now Cyberpunk. Now this video was made entirely for views. I rushed through the game and I had a good amount of problems with it, but I still gave it a good score of a 7, and then said if they fixed the bugs, I would give it an 8. This was so I wouldn't get hate because this was about 3 days after launch and there was absolutely no noise about the game being bad. So later, I changed the score to a 5, which was fair with the bugs. Now, I have gone back and played it in its most recent state. A lot of Reddit users have said that the game is a good single player experience now that it's fixed. So I gave it another shot, and yeah, the story is still pretty disconnected with a lot of boring dialogue, but the game does work and it does offer some cool stuff. So I will change the score to a 6. Good game. Now guys, it's time for Forza Horizon 4, the Horizon Festival. I reviewed this game to get excited over Forza 5, but dude, I only really played Forza because not only did my friends play it, they were talking about how good it was. The internet definitely talked about the Forza games being good. Now, here's the thing. It feels like I'm one of the only people on the planet who doesn't really care about cars. To me, if a car works, it's good. I don't want a Lambo at all. And with Forza, when I didn't have these car lover sunglasses, the game was actually lacking. Watching my review, I agree with pretty much everything I said except for the score. I don't know why I gave it a 6, honestly. The game really only has checkpoint races, which makes the gameplay just maintaining control. That's trash. That's horrendous. Forza Horizon 4 genuinely gets a 3 out of 10. Like, actually, I've never sat down to play the game normally by myself. The only times I had fun was where I was just messing around. So guys, now we have another big video covering all the PS5 exclusives at the time. So, Black SpiderMan, Returnal, Demon's Souls, and Ratchet & Clank. Now, here's the thing with these PlayStation reviews. I did them more for popularity and less because I actually had something to say. I do not own a PS5, but I do have a cousin who owns one. And for 6 weeks a year combined, I go to Mexico and I have the chance to play some of these games. Not playthroughs, but I do get a good amount out of them. So I can tell what's quality and what sucks. Ratchet & Clank is a game that I did not complete, but I did play a good amount. And I will tell you that I experienced everything the game had to offer. I watched the rest of the story on YouTube, and yeah, it's what I expected. The game has meh combat and a bad story. The visuals and gameplay is nice, but bro, hate me for this, but I'm not going to take back the score. It is such a 5 out of 10. But I do have to change the other ones. Now, Black Spider-Man. I played a little bit with the memory that Spider-Man PS4 was insane, because my cousin did have a PS4 before the 5. But yeah, I was just not impressed at all with the writing, and the gameplay was pretty much the same. But yeah, as you guys know, I played through Spider-Man PS4 on PC, and wow. I think I might actually like Miles Morales more, because the original is nothing to write home about. I do still expect meh writing from Black Spider-Man, but the short of the story and lack of normal person levels might make the game more engaging. So yeah, I take back the score. I still would have done it if the game was trash though. I did not experience everything it had to offer. But yeah, I originally gave it a 6 out of 10 by the way. So now, Returnal. I played this and I was not enjoying it, so I stopped playing. I gave it a 4 in the video, and I will take back the score, but I will never revisit the game. Alright, what's next? So now, Demon's Souls Remake. This game I thought was great. I had a really good time playing it while I could, and I ended up giving it a 7, which I will take back. But dude, I think at one point I'll do a series review on Dark Souls, and I will include this game. But yeah, Demon's Souls. Do not think I don't like this game. The sound effects and graphics combined with the classic gameplay sound super enjoyable. Especially after playing Elden Ring. I really want to revisit this game. Alright, now Last of Us 1. I actually forgot I made a review. And it makes sense because this is a 1 minute long video with the description of testing out my new mic. I don't remember that, but I'm sure I made this video for views. I actually agree with what I said in the video, but I haven't played the game fully yet, so I think it's out on PC now too, yeah. I'll do a better review in the future. But yeah, I gave it a 6, so I will retract that. I'm not too sure on the gameplay, but that will be the deciding factor because the story is almost a lock. But we'll see. And then going up, I agree with everything, which leads us to the Halo videos. Now yes, I kind of did an average type score system, which is bad. It's not how I review games now, but these videos are probably the most important videos on my channel, so I won't rescore them here. I will say the ones I do have a problem with though. Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, and Halo 5. Now, I'll give you guys a hint. As I've played more games and grown more, I realized how great Halo Combat Evolved's campaign is. And honestly, I gave it an A because of the variety of the entire game. Halo 5 is like top 2 favorite games of all time, and it's because of the multiplayer. So remember what I said, guys. And Halo 2. I go back and forth with this one, but dude, I played the multiplayer and noticed a big problem with it. But the campaign is absolutely incredible, so I won't change anything here. Actually, I do want to talk about Halo 2 Anniversary because I said combining the multiplayer and campaign, the game is a 7. But that's just not, that's weird, alright? If the game came out with that multiplayer and campaign, it would have been known as a campaign game. But bro, it didn't, so it's weird. It's like a weird thing to score, so I won't. I take back the score I gave Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer. Alright, so now It Takes Two. This game was reviewed alongside Psychonauts 2, and I really didn't talk about it that much, but dude, I gave it a 7? And dude, this game has not grown on me. Every time I play it, it gets more annoying telling the other player to do something. In contrast to A Way Out that puts you in tense situations with another player, so you guys are forced to think together on the fly, this game feels like a freaking Lego game. It's annoying, it's not fun, and I do not enjoy playing this game that much. I changed the score to a 5. I talked about it a little bit on the update to the list, but yeah, game did not grow on me. Bioshock Infinite. This is embarrassing because it was super recent. And I even contradicted myself in the video. At first I said it was good that Bioshock took a turn to being more of a shooter game, but by the end I said it should have been more RPG-like. And I give it a 6! The enemy design and level design in this game suck, dude. Suck! Sandbox design isn't bad though. And the story is just meh. The writing is natural, but it was not engaging a lot of the time. I think Bioshock 4 should be more like an open world game where you explore the underwater city. Bioshock Infinite was interesting, but yeah, man, meh. I'm changing it to a 4 out of 10. And guys, that's it. I don't think I'll ever do another one of these videos because obviously that's not how it works. Opinions are bound to change, and the scores I give throughout the years will be a telling of how I thought back then, like marks in my history. So I don't think there's any point in changing them after this. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Just incredible. I remember doing the Minecraft Dungeons review in COVID 2020, and look how far I've come. I like reviewing games, it's really cool. I've always looked up to consistent reviewers as like the metric for games, guys like Donkey, Ackman, and for other media too, like Sherfeelers or Melon. I really do put effort into constructing thoughts about games, and it has shown me what I like. My growth as a gamer has been immaculate. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you, and thank you. Goodbye.